Hey Prime Galleys, welcome back to another episode of In Her Prime Diaries. I'm your host, Kiki Bujara, and if you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. This is a place where we talk all things self-improvement, self-development, lifestyle, health, becoming your best self, building your confidence, and just overall being a girl boss. So today's topic is something that has been on my heart lately, and that is working with your timeline. Not Instagram's timeline, not society's timeline, not even your friend's timeline, yours. I'm saying this because I recently almost made a huge financial decision, not because it was right for me, but because I felt the pressure to look like I have made it. And that's when I stopped and reminded myself, what is for me will come to me, but it has to come at the right time, my time. I know a lot of people have been in this position too, and it usually stems from the pressure of comparison. As you're scrolling on social media and you see people driving big cars, wearing flashy outfits, buying the newest gadgets, flaunting the cash, moving into fancy places, and you feel like if you're not moving like them, you're being left behind. Honey, do not compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. You don't know what they had to do to afford that. You don't know how long they had to work to buy that car. You need to give yourself some grace. As long as you're disciplined, as long as you're consistent, as long as you're putting in the work, you will get there someday. Society has created this fake urgency that you need to make it while young. By 25, you need to be driving this car. By 28, you need to own a house. By 30, you need to be married. Baby girl, you will fall into depression trying to fit into the societal standard. Give yourself some grace. Be patient with yourself. Vera Wang didn't make her first wedding dress until she was 40 years old, and now it has turned into $1 million brand. Also, when it comes to fitness, you see babes looking nice, they have the abs, they have the curves, and you think, damn, I want to look like that, I want to have that kind of body. You enroll in the gym, and then after a month, if you don't look like that, you start feeling all sad, saying, what is wrong with me? Why can't I be like that? Come to realize it, for this girl to look like this, she has been in the gym for years. She has had to maintain a strict diet for years. So until you know the story behind the glory, never compare yourself to anybody else's life. Move at your own pace. What you see on someone else's Instagram feed is just a highlight reel. Don't let it confuse you. Don't let it make you make irrational decisions. Okay? This brings me to another thing, understanding your timeline. You need to understand that each journey is unique. Some people need more time, some less. And it's okay. I have seen people who have graduated at 21 but didn't get a job until they were 27. I've seen people who have graduated late and got a job immediately. Some even never went to uni but found their purpose at 18. This goes to show you that everything happens according to our time, our clock. You may look at some of your friends and feel like they're ahead of you. Some you may feel like they're behind, but they are living their life according to their pace. And so should you. Colonel Highland Sanders, the founder of KFC, he started franchising KFC at 65. And he says just because it took longer than others doesn't mean you failed. Morgan Freeman, the famous actor, he had his big break at 52. When you see people like them, it should remind you that success comes when you're ready, not when society demands it. Okay, let's talk about decision making. This is short-term choices versus long-term choices. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I was tempted to buy something big just to look successful instead of putting that money in an investment project I was doing with my sister. Girls, I am here to tell you that shiny car might make you feel good today, but if you can't fuel or maintain it comfortably, it becomes a burden, a liability. So before you make that big purchase, pause and ask yourself, is this for 5 minutes of validation or 5 years of value? Instead of buying things for instant gratification, how about you invest that money in something that will benefit you years to come? You see, that longer view is what builds true wealth. There's this quote that I love so much by Chris Kirubi. It says, "Your age doesn't matter and your past doesn't either. What matters is your consistency and determination for doing what you set your mind to do." So be patient with yourself. Put in the work and you will get there. Another thing I want to emphasize on is celebrate the small wins. Just because you don't live in a mansion doesn't mean you're failing in life. That single room, that studio, that one bedroom is still an achievement. At least you have a roof over your head. At least you're not sleeping out in the cold. Like I heard someone on TikTok, some guy on TikTok, he said, having a house with a fridge and Wi-Fi is not an achievement. I think it is, because having Wi-Fi means access to the internet. There you could learn skills that will help you land a job or get a promotion while you're already working. With internet, you could get a remote job and work at the comfort of your home. With internet, you have access to information, so you'll always be in the know. With internet, you have access to entertainment, things you can watch over the weekend as you relax. So however small something is, as long as you work for it, as long as you work to afford it, as long as it's helping you in some kind of way, it is an achievement and you should be proud of it. As I come to the end of this episode, I want to leave you with a little message. There's no competition when you're running your own race. Don't let comparison steal your peace or pressure you into regret. Work with your own timeline and trust that your prime will find you when you're ready for it. Stay true to yourself, your aspirations, your goals, and live your life to the best of your ability. Keep shining, keep smiling, stay positive, and always remember we all have our own unique paths in life. That was all for today. Thank you, Prime Galleys, for supporting the channel. I love you guys so much. See you in the next episode. Mwah.